Anybody that's known me for any length of time knows that I like going to auctions. I don't get to go to as many as I would like to anymore, but I really like going, seeing what's out there, seeing what one person's junk could maybe be my treasure or somebody else's treasure. A lot of times the bidding goes too high. I just like going, but sometimes you get good deals. Well, there's an energy company nearby that shut down and they had an online auction. Now, normally, I don't like online auctions, but they had some interesting things. So I want to show you what we scored from this online auction. Some of it is just going to be maybe stuff that we can figure out some things from or turn around and resell, but some of it are things that we're going to use every day. All right, so here's the first thing. It's a Geotest Compression Test Machine. So this is a uniaxial test machine. I don't think it's incredibly strong. I think we're looking at something like 5 tons or so. But you would put a rock sample or a concrete sample in here. This platform raises and you measure the load and displacement, and you can determine some of its mechanical properties. Really, we don't need this, but we might be able to resell it, do some retrofitting. This company's been out of business for a long time, and hopefully we can turn it into a useful piece of lab equipment for a new professor or some other lab. We also picked up a couple of these Enerpac Multifluid Pumps. These are probably a few thousand PSI hand pumps, and they've got some swage lock valves and things on them. We're always looking for pumps to do pressure testing, and we always have customers that are looking for pumps. So we'll make sure that these work. We'll probably keep one here for our purposes, and one of them could end up in your lab with a project. All right, this was another one of our scores. This is a Lista Workbench with these really nice Lista drawers. So we've got a 5-drawer cabinet there. This would be very expensive new, and we only paid a couple $100 for it. It's incredibly heavy, and it's gonna be a great addition to our calibration area. We also picked up this Agilent 34410A. It's a 6.5 digit bench meter. Again, it's gonna be for our calibration area. Everything on it looks to work just fine, and we got it for about 30% of new cost, and it's in great shape. So pretty good deal. And finally, we picked up this leak detector. We've wanted one of these for a long time for working on our high pressure plumbing systems. We can put a gas like helium in the system at a high pressure and sniff around with this to see if there are any leaks in the plumbing. These are, again, very expensive new, and we got this one for a couple $100. So a pretty good find at the auction. So while everything's certainly not new, I'm hopeful that we can turn around and sell that compression test machine, do some upgrades to it. It'd be a great first machine for a new professor that's trying to build their lab inexpensively. That workbench is going to be really handy, as are some of the instruments. I'm really excited about the leak detector because we've wanted one of those for a long time. I've just never been able to justify the cost. Now, I did have to drive over to Oklahoma City, which there was a whole adventure in that because we had a possum that was living in the engine compartment of our company van that we had to get out. But anyway, we got to Oklahoma City. The auction company was an absolute nightmare to work with. Terrible experience there. But we finally were able to get all of our stuff and drive back over here. So there is that cost of that time that we spent going and doing that, and the fuel, obviously. But overall, for the price we got everything for, it was a win. And though online auctions aren't my favorite, it was still a good thing to do. So keep an eye out for all of these things and new videos and new things that we're doing around here. Hopefully we'll be able to leverage them, and maybe we'll take that compression test machine apart together and work on how we're going to renovate that. You can see some of our process of how we approach something that we've never seen before, because that's what we do every day. All right, well, tell us in the comments what you think was a good deal for us, and we'll see you next time.